Yeah, hello everyone. Wade Lance. I'm the field CISO here at Synack, and it's a pleasure to speak with you today. We're still talking about it because when Log4j was first discovered, hey, this is an issue. We realized a couple of things. It's very difficult to identify all the places where Log4j is present, and organizations, especially organizations with lots of applications and software in development, finding all the places where it was present was not completely straightforward. So maybe we found it and cleaned it off of this host, and then maybe a developer recompiled an application rather than go back to Log4j and pull down the latest repository from GitHub. Maybe they pulled it out of their own repository on site, recompiled it into the application, and then reposted that application. A lot of that happens automatically, right? And so if someone didn't intentionally go into the repository and make sure that was updated, then the next instance of the application that's posted is gonna contain the vulnerability. And so this has been really the challenge for most organizations, is that cleaning it once isn't having it clean forever. It can come back through that method and others. One of the things that Log4j really exposed is the need for a different approach to security testing. This idea that we can do security testing once a quarter, once every 6 months, once a year. I think those days are long since over, with the now almost universal adoption of agile software development methodologies. Code is being updated on a near continuous basis, and we need a continuous testing process to discover these conditions as they happen. And of course, that's what Synack is all about, is not just theorizing a continuous security testing and auditing capability, but actual in practice an effective continuous testing capability to expose these kind of conditions as they happen, not 3, 4, 5 months later when an attacker shows us that our testing regimen was not up to date. At Synack, we've got a completely different approach, which is how we've been successful in the space, and that is we have this huge pool of tier 1 security researchers, 1,500 people globally. But what we do is we apply them to the testing regimen incrementally. So we'll take this cadre of 20, 30, 40 people and say, you've got a month to find what you can, and then you're out. And then the next team is in, right? And they've got a month, and then they're out. And they're incentivized to find vulnerabilities. And what we found is that this cyclical approach to teams on and off have really made the difference. And it's allowed us to do continuous testing in a way that actually does what it's supposed to do, which is reveal vulnerabilities in short order when they're introduced into the environment. It's been very effective. One thing I think Log4j represents is an opportunity for tier 1 security teams to demonstrate their prowess relative to their peers. And one of the things that Log4j demonstrated in the community was which security teams were operating at a different level. And a lot of our customers were able to use their continuous security testing capability, the surge capability that we provided, and show senior management that they're operating at a different level. When the board asked them, hey, what's our posture with Log4j? They had answers, not in weeks, but in days, right? 2 or 3 days, they had answers. Here's exactly where we have Log4j. Here's the processes that we're going to go through. And it really demonstrated the visionary security teams that are operating at a different level. And I think we're going to see that. We're going to see that continue. Log4j represents an opportunity for security teams that have been thinking about transitioning to continuous testing to make the change now and be in position for the next Log4j.